In today's video, we have a woman that proves exactly why men have stopped dating today. My name's Griffin, this is my mind. Stay on the path of progress, let's get into it.
So the way I see it is this one kind of fixes me. This one also kind of fixes me. This one is expensive. And this one is also expensive. So after weighing up both options, I think I'm gonna go with this one.
Okay, but she's from California. I'd take a bet on that. The caption is, I'm convinced this man is not human. Yo, what the? Okay. For a moment of the day, my dude just decided to not show up to physics. Or physics didn't show up or something. His feet don't apply to physics. You guys know what I'm saying.
How did your date go?
I'm done with it. I don't want to do this. I'm so done with men. They're disgusting. They're like...
She went on a date for 2 hours.
Look at me.
One drink.
Look at me. Take me to dinner. Like...
Wine and dine.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try and get all this information out of me over one drink that you don't want to pay for. And I'm looking this great. And... I don't know. I just can't with them. They just don't get it. I can't. I don't have time for them anymore.
Zero accountability. It's pretty obvious that the dude just didn't like her that much, because if he did, he would have just spent more time with her. But she's like, wow, guys don't put in any effort. I'm gonna leave a bad Yelp review on Dude Dash.
Type in women is, he'll often say something like, oh, I prefer brunette.
No, because when I first met my boyfriend, I was like, oh my god, like, what's your type? I thought he'd be like, oh, like, brunettes, like, a little flirting moment. And he looked me dead in the eye, and he was like, crazy. I like crazy girls. And I, like, laughed, and I was like, that's funny, what do you mean? And he was like, I know you're holding back. And I was like, that's just, like, we've been together for almost 2 years.
Sexual constraints are lifted off women. They all migrate to a very small percentage of men, 5% maybe. And then those men have an almost unlimited field of sexual access. You could say that's a benefit to them, but it's not, because it trains them to be manipulative, Machiavellian, instrumental psychopaths, because all they're doing is pursuing a string of pleasure-based, hedonistic, short-term relationships. That's bad training if you want to be a reciprocal human being, if you want to learn how to participate in a real relationship. And then it's catastrophe for the women, because none of those men are incentivized to form anything that approximates a long-term relationship. And then the rest of the men are left with nothing. It's disastrous.
Hookup culture negatively affects men and women. But here's the thing. The vast majority of women can participate in hookup culture, say 90%. Or maybe 1 to 5% of men can actually participate in hookup culture. So say the 90 to 95% of the men that aren't able to participate it, they're still feeling the effects of hookup culture, even though they can't even participate. Because once all the women are done with their fun phase, then all these other men are left to these women that have been participating in hookup culture for years. In my opinion, any woman that was actively in that kind of culture, she's automatically relegated to never being taken seriously. So now genuinely you have, say, 90% of women and 90% of men all in unsatisfactory relationships, because the women couldn't stick with the high value guys that they liked a lot, and the men are now having to settle for a 304. Really, the only guys that are benefiting from this at all are the top 5 to 1% of dudes.
Either this car is rented or this belongs to your daddy, and your daddy could take me out to eat.
Oh, for real, he can?
If he looks like you.
Anybody with a Royce can, huh?
Maybe.
See, you already answered my question, and that's making me feel like you're not genuine even more, and it's making me feel like you a gold digger. And I think you overstayed your welcome, because I don't rock with gold diggers.
No?
Yeah.
So why were you trying to talk to me?
I was trying to talk to you because I'm new out here. I wanted to
So
get to
you
know
just
you.
go up to any random girl talking to them?
If they look good, you were looking good, so I was like, why not get
Yeah,
to
I
know
know
her?
that's out.
What's out is you.
You.
Because you about to get the step in.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to see me leave?
Yeah, I think I do. You wasted enough of my time.
Well, let me out.
You got hands. Go gold dig somewhere else.
Alright, you have a good day.
I will.
My husband's stressing about bills versus me living my best life. This is supposed to be kind of a funny video, right? But this is what you should want for your woman. I want my girl to be absolute sunshine. I don't want her to have to stress at all. That's my job. The stress is on my shoulders, mine. When she's able to be stress-free, that's when she can be her utmost feminine. That way she will be able to properly take care of you and the children if you have one. Stress is meant for shoulders, not hips. This is what men are built for.
We're getting married soon, and we've been talking about whether or not I'm going to take my fiance's last name. So my name's Cassie. His last name's Clampett. I do not want to be Cassie Clampett, so I've told him I'm not changing.
Wait. We're not talking about this. We're not even discussing it. I don't even know why we're on this show right now. I'm an only child. My dad forever has talked about how I'm carrying on the legacy.
Ooh, yeah.
It's my name or it's not me.
Clamp it.
I'm sorry, it's 2023. If you want to change your name, you can. I'm not changing mine. Not your problem.
Okay, wait. Cassie, would you do like a hyphenated last name? Is that an option?
No.
I don't want Clampett. I don't want Clampett.
All right, bro. Women bend over backwards for the men that they love. If she doesn't comply with your rules or your boundaries, she just doesn't like you that much. She takes your last name because presumably you are the leader of the household. You are uniting under one family name. If she's trying to keep a piece of her past, she's trying to have this 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of thing. She's not the ride or die. She's not a Miss Griffin. Get her out of here.
Would you date a guy that makes $75K a year?
I have. Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Would you do it again?
No.
Would you date a girl that makes $75K a year?
No, because I make more than that.
You want her to make more than you?
Hell yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home dad.
All right, bro. I genuinely can't tell if this guy's trolling or not. What do you guys think? He's that independent man. You don't need no woman.
She left that 5-year relationship for absolutely no good reason, just the simple fact that she wanted to go and explore. So this gentleman starts dating her, and he really likes her. He told her from the beginning, I was like, this is a huge red flag. It turns out that she was dating both of them at the same time. She still had the door open with her ex, and she was dating this gentleman. She was obviously not telling either party. Fast forward, her and her ex don't work out. Also, this gentleman and her don't work out because he gets sick of her BS, and he finally lets it go. 5 years later, she has been dating, still hasn't been able to find a good guy to lock it down with. She admits to this gentleman that her biggest regret is letting that guy go, is letting the guy that she was engaged to go.
You'll see this story time and time again. He's in a long-term relationship, but he's boring. So she breaks up with him to find the guy that's more exciting. But she doesn't realize that she's just addicted to that new feeling of that new guy. She wants the feeling of being wanted by a new person. So she gets with a guy, he ends up not liking her too much, just a quick fling. So then that also ends. And now she ends up completely alone, and more than likely for the rest of her life. That's a story you hear over and over again, because generally the older that women get, the less and less likely that it is that they'll be able to get married and find a partner. That's just reality for you.
I fucked his friend. We lived on the 6th floor, so I fucked his friend on the roof above his room.
Bro, man?
While he was in the room.
Why he was in the room?
He didn't see me. I was on the roof above him.
Oh, okay.
He was there. He was in the house. I left the house. I was staying there. I left the house, went to the roof with his friends, did what I did, and then came back inside the house and was hanging out with him.
Some of these women, man. I want to be clear with why I even share videos like this, because most men today think women are perfect creatures. They can never do anything wrong. The sugar and spice and everything nice, never do anything negative. But there are some women out there that are just downright devious. So I bring in extreme clips like this so you can have a balanced view of how the world actually is. Instead of just this maximum purity mindset that you have towards women, they're actually more balanced in between. It's to have a more balanced perspective on things like this, so you won't be blindsided when you see the opposite of what you've been told.
I just find it very interesting because, like, by your logic, you know what? I'm gonna play video games every day. I'm gonna smoke weed. I'm gonna live in my mom's basement, eat Cheetos, and I deserve a bad bitch. What do y'all niggas think? You go, kid. I deserve that bad bitch. Go, kid. Yo, you know what? I change it. Change it. These bitches better take it. Cheetos. Video games.
You guys are delusional.
I'm a bad bitch. Wait, what? Delusional? What was that? Stop the show. What was that?
That's delusional.
Why am I delusional?
Because, like, you're thinking that you're not, like, you're not doing with your life, that you're gonna get a bad bitch.
Just flipping the standards back on themselves. That's all it was. Demanding the maximum price from a man, meanwhile they're not offering anything in return.
Good morning. Literally, it's the middle of the day. I have a date today. It's like religious themed, which is probably very, very, very offensive. But this outfit's kind of cute. Anyway, I went to Sunday school when I was a kid. I repented. I'm so gonna get cancelled. Have a good day. Steal things from frats.
Dude, okay. Dude, this is like a 20-second clip, and it has more red flags than a Chinese communist parade. Disrespects religion, dressed like that, going to a frat house, and stealing from it, all in 20 seconds. Yeah, go ahead and send the meteor. I have the best wife ever,
thought was amazing, but look at that tray. It will not get through the door.
Still a W in my opinion, okay? It's the A for effort.